Okay, so a brand new artist to the channel. This one's called Tool the Pot. This actually was referred to me by Mugify, another reactor. He's a pretty awesome guy. For those of you who don't know him, you can go through and just subscribe to him and watch him. I think he's done quite a few reactions to Tool. This is my very first reaction to Tool, and he told me to do the pot. So we're doing this one first. So I really appreciate that. Muggsy, I appreciate that, man. And yeah, so the Tool. Not the Tool, Tool, the pot. Let's see what we've got over here. He did tell me that maybe you should pull up some lyrics, so I thought, okay, well, let's just pull up some lyrics, that wouldn't hurt. And let's see what we've got over here. Let's rock and roll.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters. You practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle, then burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cars and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been
straight off the bat, this just sounds like good old school American rock, doesn't it? Good old school American rock. The instrumental arrangement's absolutely fantastic. I love that sort of driving bass that they've got over there, or the bass guitar. But absolutely fantastic. I will get into the lyrics at some point. Just want to listen a little bit more of this. So far, I'm loving the sound of this. Let's go. A bit of a blues vibe going here as well. Absolutely fantastic. I'm actually really liking this sound. Guitar though is fire, absolutely fire. See, now this is the kind of rock I like. You know, sometimes, you know, I say like the genre of rock, sometimes I'm a bit iffy with. If it gets like too heavy, too metally, I kind of like start getting put off. Like it's sonically, it just starts bugging me, and it's not easy to sort of like metabolize. But this over here, this goes down. This goes down really, really, really well, right? I love it. It's got a melodic piece to it. It's melodic, right? It's melodic. It flows. It's really, really nice. Love the blue elements to this. I'm loving the electric guitar, the bass as well. Absolutely fantastic. Again, we'll get into the lyrics shortly. I've got somewhat of an inkling as to why it's called The Pot. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be correct or not. You guys will obviously let me know down in the comment section as well. But so far, I'm actually really enjoying this track. I love the fact that he said over here, you're pissing all over my black kettle, because that actually falls in line with what I was thinking about over here. Firstly, I think this song is about drugs, right? Because he keeps referencing, you must have been so high, you must have been so high. So I kind of feel like he's talking to himself, and it's almost like him saying like, who are you to be a hypocrite and to judge others when you should actually, you know, sort of introspect and look at yourself at the end of the day. And it's kind of like the kettle calling the pot black, right? That famous expression. So I like that. So it's kind of like introspecting and saying that who are you to look at others, right? When you are doing this, you must have been crazy. Like, are you high or something? Like, you're no better. That's what I'm getting from this so far. I mean, I will go a little bit more into the lyrics shortly, but I obviously just want to listen to this a bit more. The sound though. This song is absolutely fire. I actually really like this. Actually, let's just jump into the lyrics very quickly. We're going to briefly go over the lyrics. I just want to see sort of where we headed over here and if we sort of in line with regards to the actual whole perspective of the song. Let's see. Okay, so hold you to wave your finger, you must have been out of your head. I hold deep in muddy waters, you practically raise your dead. So basically, you've made your own indiscretions and your own bad decisions, right? So here's to look. You've got you deep within the hole, right? Deep in the muddy waters. You can't even see straight yourself. You can't see any of your achievements because it just feels like your life is entirely muddy. Rob the grave to snow the cradle, fire the burn and the evidence down. Soapbox, house of cards and glows. I love that soapbox. So you're standing on your soapbox, but your soapbox is actually quite weak. It's actually a house of cards, right? So usually when you stand on your soapbox, it's like to elevate yourself. But how can you elevate yourself? Because you've got nothing really to stand. There's nothing of substance that you can really stand on. So it is like a house of cards that eventually collapses, right? Glass cards and glass. So don't go tossing your stones around. Fire. So don't go tossing. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he might be speaking of someone else, right? Where it's somebody else that's actually sort of inferring it towards him. But I kind of feel like it might be speaking to himself. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments over there. You must have been high. You must have been high. You must have been. That's a reference to the drug. So it's obviously either himself or he's talking to somebody else. Foot in the mouth and the head. So he's always putting his foot in his mouth. Difficult dance around this one till you put it out. Boy, you must have been so high. Once again, referring to the actual drugs over there. I love this line of here. Kangaroo done hung the junior and the innocent. So it's basically, it's amazing. It's like other people are not worthy of this wrath, but you've literally just put everybody in the same. And the jury is hung. So you decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm just like, the jury's hung even on yourself. So fuck it. I'm just going to actually hang myself and I'm going to hang everyone around me, right? Because they might be giving me feedback that I just don't particularly like. So I'm just going to hang everybody. Got lemon juice in your eye when you pistol over my black kettle. That's where I was talking about the reference towards the pot calling the kettle black. You must have been high. You must have been high. Eyeballs deep in muddy waters. Fucking hypocrite. Again, talking about the hypocrisy of his actions or the person that he's speaking of their actions. Liar, lawyer, mirror, show me. I think this is where I think it's actually about him over here. Liar, lawyer, mirror, show me. What's the difference, essentially? So he's basically saying that, you know, the truth is lying 6 inches from the mirror, right? And he's basically kind of introspecting. He's looking at himself and being like, you know, this mirror is actually showing me. So also a nice little play, mirror on the wall, and he's playing it on the liar, lawyer, mirror, show me. So it's kind of like, you know, it's almost like he wanting the mirror to come alive and actually tell him who he really is. Now you're weeping shades of cozened indigo, got lemon juice up in your eye when you pistol over my black kettle. Once again, the reference to the black kettle. So who are you to wave your finger? Who are you to wave your fatty fingers at me? Right? So again, this is where it kind of throws me off a little bit, whether he's speaking about himself or whether he is speaking about somebody else that is trying to sort of call him out when that person's no better. You must have been out of your mind. Weeping shades of indigo, trapped with the reason. Weeping shades of indigo, liar, lawyer, mirror, foyer. What's the difference? Kangaroo stoned. He's guilty of as the government. That's for fucking sure. Government's guilty of everything. Now you're weeping shades of cozen indigo. Got lemon juice up in your eye, and then you must have been high. Eyeballs deep in muddy waters. Eyeballs deep in muddy waters. Ganja, please. now it's kind of like he wants to get high over here, take himself out of this reality, and then you must have been out of your mind. All right, listen, the lyrics are absolutely fantastic. Love the whole premise of the actual song. Hopefully that I'm actually right with my perspective. But yeah, man, absolutely awesome. Let's just carry on. That little drumming in there. I love that little drumming over there that actually it kind of fades in, fades out. It actually kind of sounds like a rattlesnake. So it's almost like sort of alluding subtly, right, subliminally, in terms of like the snakes in the grass, like that little rattlesnake sound being done with the drums. I'm not entirely sure. That's just my own sort of perspective on it. But just listen to that again. Instrumentation's fire on this. The instrumentation on this is so fire because it's got that sort of essence of like your traditional rock sound, but then it's also got like the blues with the guitars in the background. It's giving you that element of the blues, which is kind of making it really smooth over here. I also love when they actually had the guitar on the bridge over there that kind of had that distortion effect on it, essentially, where it kind of feels like the person's perspective is somewhat distorted, right? And I'm kind of changing my perspective over here with regards to the song being about himself. I actually literally think that the song's about somebody else who's being a hypocrite and sort of calling him out for something and saying like, listen, you calling the kettle, it's the kettle calling the pot black. It's like you're no better, yet you're pointing your fingers here at everybody. So I do think that he's actually he's kind of like talking about somebody else in terms of their projections of him, although innately it's their projections of themselves, essentially. So that's I think that's where I'm going to land on this one. See that distortion over there is awesome. Voice is also awesome. What I also love about the instrumentation over here, it actually makes the song feel confrontational, which is what the song is designed to actually be. It's designed to be confrontational. So it's designed to actually call somebody else out, right? So they really are playing quite well with that, because it's quite sort of like upbeat, and in terms of like it's got that high-paced, chaotic frequency to it, where it does feel like it's you're in the throes of an argument to a certain degree, right? Isn't it? So that's just how I feel about that. But so far, this track has been absolutely fantastic. This for me is really, really easy listening. I really like this. That's actually a flipping cool track. I kind of feel like I've been primed for this moment, considering the amount of rock music that's been given to me, specifically by Sammy on this channel, right? So I kind of think like he was just sort of priming me into this rock genre. But I must be honest, this over here is really, 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 really nice. Like a really awesome track. I really enjoyed that. Okay, there was a reason, obviously, that Magafar said, listen, do this one first. But yeah, man, I'd like to sort of dive in and see what else this band has, because if that's their sound, that's a sound I can do. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace!